Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. Let's go explore the oceans, shall we? This one's rather terrifying. Here are the top 10 mysterious ocean signals you were never supposed to hear. I got you. I heard them all. Number 10, Waterworld. Now, if you've seen Avatar 2, this first one on today's list will get you pretty pumped. Could this be Jake Sully himself? Can we help him? What do we do? Can I be a big blue guy? Be a dream come true. Scientists have recently discovered a planet completely covered by ocean water. It's just one big blue ball floating in the sky. Now, it sounds exciting and haunting all at the same time. I'm not a big fan of oceans, so this is just bad. Or space. I don't like either. This is a mix of both. It was first spotted by NASA's space telescope TESS, which is the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS, which, as its name hint towards, surveys the entire sky to find, hopefully, exoplanets around nearby bright stars. Some interstellar stuff going on there. Why do we need to know, right? Are we moving? Lo and behold, orbiting a star 100 light years from Earth lies a water planet in a habitable zone of space, where its temperature would be just right for liquid water to exist on the surface, and apparently might be a tropical paradise. I don't know, looks kind of fun. Astronomers have called TOI 1452b, that's the name of the planet, the best ocean planet candidate discovered so far. I don't know, should we move? I'm not a big fan of water. This sounds like the worst place for me. TESS observes a slight decrease in brightness of a star in a binary star system every 11 days, and then after more than 50 hours of observation, they estimated the planet's mass at nearly 5 times that of Earth. So yeah, it's massive. There's plenty of room for all of us to drown. Number 9, Slow Down. Let's come back to our world, shall we, for the next few? Slow Down was recorded on May 19th, 1997. Now, this signal was picked up in the equatorial Pacific Ocean, just in the middle of nowhere, which is the odd part here. See, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, they picked it up not once, but several times every year since its initial discovery. Now, our best guess as to what the sound is maybe, hopefully, moving ice in Antarctica. But the fascinating part here is that the sound decreases in frequency over time. So something's changing, something's moving around. Like that fan up there, it's moving around. Something's in that fan. It's like there's a guy up there, I'm pretty sure. It takes about 7 minutes in total, so we can't include the entire clip or else you'd be pretty bored in this video. But here's that clip 16 times as fast, so you know what we're talking about. Scientists believe that the sound is a massive iceberg scratching against the ocean floor over the course of that 7 minutes until it came to a stop, which is pretty crazy. But the fact that we hear this sound every year, well, that's the weird part. That's why it's on this list today. Could it be the Kraken? Maybe it's from that episode of SpongeBob where they're sliding that big rock. Good times. Number 8, sirens, aka mermaids. Can they sing? Can they call out to sailors and make them do crazy stuff? Who knows? The mythology surrounding sirens, it's interesting, but I really don't think we have any Atlanteans flirting with sailors. You know what I mean? No one's getting catcalled by a mermaid. You know what I mean? It's not happening. On his first trip overseas back in 1493, Christopher Columbus claims to have seen not 1, not 2, but 3 sirens. He even wrote about it. He journaled. He said they rose well out of the sea, but they are not so beautiful as they are said to be. And he signed off. Little rhyme. What is that, Dr. Seuss? How disappointing. They're not that beautiful after all. Damn. I mean, when it comes to correctly identifying places and or people, obviously Christopher Columbus can get a little confused. We know this in history now. So historians believe that Christopher Columbus may have seen a manatee. Yeah, this guy's journaling about falling in love with not 1, not 2, but 3 manatees. He's like, I wish. If only they loved me back. What an idiot. Yeah, Chris, those were manatees. Their skin is pink and fleshy, so I guess it's a fair mix-up. But, you know, historically, sirens have been known to call out sailors, but, I mean, I don't think this wasn't that case. Number 7, quacker. Now, when I first read about this one, I thought it said Quaker the entire time, like the ground was perhaps splitting open, like an earthquake. That would fit in with this list, right? No, Mother Nature sending loud signals from below. Apparently, I was reading it wrong. The quacker was heard during the Cold War. It was heard while Soviet Navy ballistic missile submarines were all heading through the North Atlantic and Arctic waters. Now, at some point, they heard quacking. Yeah, quacking, like a duck almost, some sort of deep ribbit. Now, whenever a submarine passed this specific area, this loud quack would come from deep below. It came from an object that was moving around, so that's the concerning part here. Was this a big duck? I don't think so. But what was it? That's the whole thing, right? I certainly hope it wasn't a big duck. The Soviets thought that they overheard secret US tech. You know, the deep sea duck. I've heard rumors about this. We gotta get out of here. No, we have no idea. There were still no answers provided. Scientists currently believe that it came from a giant squid, which is way more terrifying than a duck. And it's also somehow more alarming than the ocean floor cracking open for me. I don't know. Cracking open, kraken, crack. Oh, shit. Number 6, sounds of Marianas Trench. Okay, hold your breath for this next one, folks, and turn the volume up. Why not? The Challenger Deep is the deepest known point on Earth's seabed. My ears are popping just thinking about this already. This is a nightmare. The Challenger Deep is of course located at the south side of the Marianas Trench in the Pacific. Now, you may not witness this depression up close at any point in your life, but thanks to the internet, now you can hear it. Scientists recorded around 23 days of material on the ocean floor. And it's not just bubbles, it's more trouble. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on down there. Only 4 manned missions have ever been this deep, the last one being 2012. Now the results here were pretty surprising, being as deep as they were. The sounds were honestly haunting. Oceanographer Robert Ziak was leading this project, and many of these sounds recorded were those from the surface. Which is a weird thing to say, but hear me out. Sound travels quite a ways, and to quote Ziak, the ambient sound field is dominated by the sound of earthquakes, both near and far, as well as distant moans of baleen whales and the clamor of a Category 4 typhoon that just happened to pass overhead. So yeah, it's a lot happening at once. Take a listen. Number 5, mystery boom. Boom, boom, boom? Question mark? This one here was pretty recent. Early 2021 in San Diego, residents reacted to what sounded like a sonic boom. Windows were moving, doors were rattling. A lot of San Diego heard and actually felt this thing. But what was it? Many don't know. Nobody knows. At this point, many believe it was an earthquake. You know, being in San Diego and all, that wouldn't exactly be shocking. But this hits the point home even further. These residents here are used to earthquakes. This was entirely new. This was something they've never felt before, and obviously it was concerning. No earthquakes were reported at the time, and the Marines didn't speak up about anything. And if it was a sonic boom from a plane, well, they would have to tell you. And also, they're not allowed to do it that close to the coast. You can't sonic boom a family of 4 trying to have a beach day because you want to do some tests. That's not gonna happen. So what was it? Our best guess is that this boom came from, you guessed it, the ocean, which is way more concerning than a thunderstorm or a jet. What's down there? What's rattling? Earthquakes? Kraken? I think it's the Kraken. Number 4, the whistle. Who would have thought that a whistle would be terrifying? Me. Anything in the ocean's terrifying. That's why I thought so. Picked up by hydrophones, of course, as most of these insane things are commonly found in the depths of the deepest, darkest seas, was a whistle. Yeah, we actually don't know where this one even came from. See others on this list, we have some ideas. Certain radar points that we can look around in, maybe pinpoint some sort of idea, like that weird duck thing that was below. We had an idea. The whistle, though, well, that's a total mystery as far as location goes. Back in 1997, this was picked up and it came from, again, somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Isn't that comforting? Just somewhere out there, anywhere. And this noise is a little similar to volcanic noises recorded in the Mariana Volcanic Arc, so that's our best guess, but still, no idea. This whistle got the attention of every single hydrophone, which is pretty impressive. There has to be one loud whistle. Can you whistle? It's always so impressive to me when someone can whistle. I can't hail a cab in New York at all. I'm like, gone. I missed it. Number 3, Julia. Another normal name, another creepy underwater backstory. Here we go. Julia, let's talk about her. What did she do? Who is she? Back in March 1999, this noise here was recorded, again by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA for short. Now this time, the noise was heard across the entire Pacific Ocean and the entire hydrophone array. So across all that distance, this sound was carried, another loud one. So whatever made this noise has to have some pretty powerful horsepower behind it. Now this noise is pretty long, again, and we can't include the entire clip, but some people out here really think that this is the Kraken or some sort of elder god, like Cthulhu or something. The point of origin is determined to be somewhere around Bransfield Straits and Cape Adair, which sounds both like locations from the Elden Ring, so I don't know what's going on over there at Cape Adair, but it's pretty frightening. This Cape Adair gets a lot of action, and we think it's because of icebergs, but again, there's no hard evidence here. Everything's slipping and sliding around. But what do you guys think? Is the Kraken's real name Julia? I vote yes. Number 2, 52 Hertz whale. I love whales. They're the closest thing to a dinosaur, in my opinion. They're underwater. They're like the nicest thing about an ocean. They're so soft and slow and beautiful. Also terrifying, but beautiful. Complex creatures. Complex creatures that we should leave alone, especially the 52 Hertz whale. Definitely that one. What's going on? There's a documentary about this whale, specifically about their sound. Joshua Zeman made a documentary about, I'm not gonna lie, the loneliest whale on the planet. Sounds pretty depressing, and believe me, it is, but it's equally as interesting. See, for decades now, we've heard this sound, and now this film, called The Loneliest Whale, The Search for 52, has people crying, but now we have some answers. How do we find the loneliest whale? And also, why is he so lonely? What did he do? What happened? We all deserve love. Back in 1989, the US Navy first detected the sound that measured in at more than twice frequency of a normal, healthy whale call. So it got their attention, right? What is this? Originally, what got them intrigued was the fact that this could have been a military mechanical sound, of course. Then they thought, well, maybe it's an animal, because it's moving around a bit. Perhaps it's a hybrid dinosaur. We've never heard this sound. No, it's just a lonely, sad whale. But why is its frequency scaring away so many possible friends and mates? Well, we don't know. Again, maybe it can't whistle. Like me, that's why. And finally, number 1, crop circles. We'll finish off with a cute one, I guess, why not, right? Although I'm arguing that this one is still pretty terrifying. Crop circles on the ocean floor. Aliens confirmed, my friends. They were first spotted back in 1995, right off the southern coast of Japan, and for 16 years, these things were blowing the minds of divers. And I absolutely can see this. Like, nobody knew where these signals were coming from. There would be one a week, just these weird symbols, these alien symbols, hieroglyphics underwater, and then the next week, they would be gone. Tiny aliens or cute tiny pufferfish? That's right, the latter. In 2011, one of these dudes got caught in 4K, and it's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. These male pufferfish, they try and lure in all these ladies by making art on the ocean floor. You know, some birds dance like crazy, while some fish make art. Yeah, those are animals that we live with. Deal with it, I guess. The thing that baffles me here, concerns me really, if anything, is that the pufferfish uses a shell. Like, he uses a tool to carve away his emotions. That's crazy. I didn't know fish could do this. I'm really blown away here. I'm not sure what this symbol means here, but it's signaling something. It's signaling maybe love? I don't know. We could all use some of that, no? Hit that thumbs up and let's go get it, right? I'm Taylor McWaters, and we'll see you next time on Most Amazing Top 10.